Omni-Edition Sports presents from Garden City High School in Garden City, Michigan, Cougar Volleyball. Tonight, the Garden City Cougars take on the Thurston Eagles. Hi, everybody. Dan York along with Rob Phillips, the former athletic director here at Garden City High School, as we get ready to bring you our first volleyball telecast of 2018, our second telecast of fall sports here at Garden City High School. And we are just about ready to get underway. Garden City versus Thurston. This is a Western Wayne Athletic Conference matchup. And Rob, John Pace, the head coach of the Garden City Cougars, always very well-coached teams. And in this year, with a smaller division in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference, this should be a year that Garden City does well in conference.
Yes, you know, historically, they've always been competitive, and they've always been near the top. This year, they should dominate. They started the season against Clarenceville, beat Clarenceville 3-1. So they started 1-0 in the conference, and John was pretty sure that Clarenceville was going to be one of the top teams. So that's a good start.
That's Leland Ellis who serves into the net for Thurston, but not before she takes a 2-1 lead for the Eagles. And Nia Bracey comes in as the, let's see if I can say this right, the libero. A lot of people pronounce it libero. There's a lot of different pronunciations for it, but basically it's a defensive specialist that can go in and out of the game without it counting towards the substitutions. As you see the Eagles there with a point at the net.
Correct, and that libera.
See, I gotcha.
Libera is the actual pronunciation that I've been told. Ends up playing the back row, and usually comes in for somebody who's not as strong in the back row.
Brianka Freeman with the serve for the Eagles. That one gets over for Garden City, and that'll be a point for the Cougars. They trail 3-2 in the first set. Even though the terminology mostly would be game, it is sets and matches.
Correct. For
volleyball. And Sierra Updike, a junior, who is probably the tallest player on this Garden City team at 5'11", with the serve, and there's a point as Thurston struggles at the net.
That's a nice, strong play by Megan Glasser at the net, too. Get her hands up there and get a little penetration over the net to keep that ball from coming over.
So Updike with the tie score, serves deep, but played there by Bunton. Check that Bracey. And a double hit, I believe, for Thurston.
4 contacts.
So Sierra serving still up 4-3.
Yeah, they're picking on that back row, sending those serves deep. And there you have a double contact.
All right. So Garden City now with a 5-3 lead after trailing originally 2-0. So Updike has scored 4 points for Garden City in a great effort there, but gets past her, and the serve will go back to the Eagles. Scott Gray, the head coach of the Thurston Eagles, and the substitution is Destiny Fontana comes in now for Thurston. Scott Gray used to coach against John Pace when John was at Annapolis.
Yeah, John spent quite a few years at Annapolis. I think it's been about 17. I coached against him because he used to coach track also. So I've known John a long time.
There's a great rally here, and they find the open spot.
Yeah, we got caught on our heels being spectators on that one.
McMillan and Terrell kind of caught out of position, and we're tied at 5 with Madeline Zerial serving for the Eagles. And there's a nice kill for Megan Glasser.
That's going to be a kill almost every time, Dan. If they can set that play up. She's swinging well.
Jolie Smith now, the junior, serving for Garden City. This one's got to be over. McMillan played that into the back row. Set up again. No, this is coming to the outside for Megan Glasser, the outside hitter, but she plays it into the net.
Yeah, she caught that ball on the way down. She's got to make sure that she's at the peak of her jump when she hits that ball.
So Jordan Turner, the junior, serving for the Thurston Eagles.
There you go.
There's your kill for Glasser. That's 2 kills for Megan.
That's a nice bit of hitting it off the block.
And Megan will go back and serve. And that'll be an ace for Megan. And an 8-6 lead for Garden City. So Glasser, the senior, one of the captains of this Garden City team. That was long. Almost got Bracy to bite on it. You do not have to have the serve to score. It's not like it was in the olden days. Whoever scores the point gets the point.
Yeah, referred to as rally scoring.
That was a dangerous serve there.
Yeah, that short serve is always tough.
There's
looked like a double hit.
That was the indication from the official. This is Wiesenberg, the senior. Here's the set on the right side. Still alive, and Thurston saves it. And a quick play over by McMillan. Nice heads-up play.
Yep, that's whether John called it, Coach Pace, or whether she saw that opening. That's good vision.
So 9-8 lead for the Cougars. That one comes right back. Deep, but played by Bracy. And that is in. So another kill for the Cougars and a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, when you make that nice first pass and the setter can get her feet underneath her and get her shoulders square to where she wants to set, we're going to be tough to beat tonight.
McMillan, the senior, with the serve again. That might have been deep, but...
Nope, we had somebody in the net.
Okay. And 18, Destiny Fontana, the junior, will now serve for Thurston.
And we had that double substitution with the Libera coming in.
On the outside, nice shot by Updike.
That's a very nice hit.
So Updike with the kill. Garden City will get the serve back. And 11 will check in now. This is Aaliyah Bunton. And Sander with the serve, nice.
Come help her out. That's a nice bump set right there.
Oh, that was beautiful. Was that Terrell?
Yep.
Chastity, the senior, and a 3-point lead for Garden City. We played at 25.
Played at 25. Play the best 3 out of 5 sets.
And I was watching the play. I'm guessing it was a double hit on Thurston.
Another double hit. So I don't know if you can see it, but coach calls the serve. He gives them a number 1 through 6, and that's where he wants them to serve the ball.
So the spot's on the floor.
Correct. So he'll see something, whether it's he was watching during warm-ups or just senses that somebody's having issues, and they'll continue to serve it to that area.
I don't know if Terrell got the block there or not. She was up on the net, but I'm not sure if it hit the tape, and there is a timeout, I believe, called by the Eagles as they trail by 5. You know, interesting there, we saw the Thurston player kick the ball. You can touch the ball with anything, correct?
Yes.
It does not have to be your hands.
Correct.
Now, we talked earlier that there used to be 2 conferences or 2 divisions in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference, but with Dearborn, Fordson, Edsel Ford, and Belleville all leaving to go to different conferences, this is what we're left with now in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference, so no divisions for any sport this year.
Correct.
As you see, Annapolis, Clarenceville, who Garden City beat earlier this year, Crestwood just down the street, your Cougars, the RU Panthers, the Romulus Eagles, Dearborn Heights Robichaud, and the Thurston Eagles all remain in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference. So for some of the sports, for football, it works out very well. For some of the other sports like softball and even volleyball, it doesn't work out great because they end up, softball and volleyball end up playing a lot of tournaments.
Correct.
To try to get quote-unquote better.
They've kind of run the gamut through the league. You know, even when those other 4 schools were in there, softball and baseball pretty much owned the conference.
But you did get the Bellevilles and the Dearborns that were competitive.
Yeah, Dearborn was always competitive. Belleville would have, you know, a couple up years and then a couple down years. But yeah, you got a better competition throughout the season than what they're going to see now.
And a nice block at the net. I believe that was Turner.
Yeah, it looked like Jordan Turner.
And Ellis back to serve. And this one's going to be, oh, I thought it was going to be short. It didn't even skim the tape. This is a live.
Okay,
nope, that was 3 hits.
Yep.
You know, and when we go back to the conference alignments, almost every conference is based on football. It's
Correct.
what makes football more competitive.
Yeah.
And Fordson and Edsel and Dearborn and Belleville, as that was out.
That was out. Yep.
It's a facilities issue because our facilities weren't necessarily up to par with some of theirs, and it's a football issue when it comes to what conference you want to be in.
There were a few other factors. The fact that we don't have 9th grade sports.
Okay.
Will really keep us out of if we wanted to seek another conference. That really hurts us.
Sure.
More than anything else.
Updike serving again for Garden City. I mean, because obviously we're right next to Franklin, we're right next to Churchill, we're right next to Glen and Wayne.
Yep.
And you know, you might look at a map and think that's where we belong. But not since the Northwest Suburban League, really, have we been with Glen and Wayne.
Well, and that was even the old Northwest Suburban.
Right.
Because back in the mid '80s, those teams left, and we added Dearborn and Edsel Ford.
And we had Wayne for a while, and then they decided
Wayne.
they should be in the same conference with John Glenn.
Yep.
As you look at John Pace, the head coach of your Cougars. And Fontana back in now. Zuriel serving. Nice serve. Oh, good save for Garden City. Sanner, good heads-up play.
Yeah, that was one of those plays she really didn't have time to think. She just reacted.
Megan Glasser with what should have been a great kill, but she was blocked at the net.
I tell you, Turner's playing big right now. Right now, she's controlling the defensive side of that net.
And we don't have heights for Thurston, but she's big, and you know, not only is she playing big, but she's got the ups.
Yeah, I bet you if she's not 6 foot, she's close.
And they find the open spot, and I think that again was Turner, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So Garden City now struggling, only up by 2 here in set number 1.
You know,
Zuriel will continue her serve.
Just like basketball, volleyball, you can ride somebody who gets hot. So if she's hot and she's killing the ball, you may see them give her almost every ball.
That's a tough play. This has got to be over. It is. And
that's a nice play.
McMillan did a nice job to stay on her side of the net, too, because her momentum was carrying her right towards the net. And if you step on that line, you are out and the play is over. Garden City gets the point there. They lead at 18-15.
So they actually changed that rule a couple years ago. You have to be completely over the line.
Oh, okay. So you can step on the line.
On it. There's a nice placement by Terrell.
It's going to be tough for Thurston, and they won't get to it, and it's 19-15. So Smith, the junior, will continue to serve for Garden City. 4-point lead for the Cougars.
Boy,
best 3 of 5.
This first game, we've already seen quite a few momentum changes.
And I'm going to guess that was in the net.
Yep.
Might have been Glasser. So 19-16, Cougars still on top.
Yeah.
That's going to be out and long, but a nice serve.
Yeah, we need to take advantage. Turner getting replaced in the back row by the libero.
And that is Bracy. So Glasser to serve. Garden City up by 4, 20-16.
So you really would like to see Megan close it out.
And Ellison Zerial, not sure which one was going to take it. It drops in. Thurston will call timeout. Garden City 4 points from a win here in the first set.
And that's their second timeout, and that's what you're allowed each set. So he's out of timeouts.
And not only are you limited in timeouts, but you're limited in substitutions.
Correct. You're allowed 18.
With the exception with the libero. Have I said it right yet? I was taught libero. We were all taught libero.
And I was taught libera. So potato.
That's right.
You know,
the defensive specialist either way.
Just look for the girl that doesn't match everybody
Right.
else.
They always wear a different colored shirt as Thurston comes back onto the floor. I want to thank all of our Omni Edition volunteers here on GCTV, as we always do. Jason Merrow and Zach King running our handhelds. Brendan George running our tripod camera. We'll talk about our friends in the truck a little later on.
Well, and I tell you what, Dan, anytime I get to work with you guys, it's nice to see some of the guys that have been around for a long time, like Jason, you know, and then the new guys.
Just because they can't get jobs anywhere else.
And the new guys, you just have a great crew.
Well, and that is Brett George's son over there, so
yeah,
the night here continues, right?
He was a long time.
That's right. Well, even Jason Merrow is Mike Avis's nephew.
Okay.
So as a 23-16 score now is Garden City. That one would have been long, I think, but either way, Bracy tried to make the play.
Yeah. And
this is set point.
And I tell you what, they've been serving to her a lot.
So this is set point. Garden City looking to come away with a win here. This has got to be over. And it's not, and Garden City will win the first one 25-16. So an up and down game or set, but ultimately Garden City able to come away with a win.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that first one under your belt.
And Thurston holding up their end of the bargain as far as they played a competitive game.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've known Scott Gray for a lot of years too, being around almost forever, it seems like. And you know, his teams are always prepared. No matter what their talent level, he gets them ready to play.
We want to thank, as we always do, Lori Matt and all of our friends at Sports Venue, just kitty corner from Garden City High School. They provide food services. They donate the food for the volunteers that work for us here at GCTV and Omni Edition Sports. They sponsor so many things that go on in the community. We want to thank them for that. They have a ton of fundraisers for events. They're big supporters of Garden City High School. They've got trivia, I don't know, 4 or 5 nights a week over there. They get huge crowds for that. And our thanks to them for being great neighbors in Garden City as the Cougars lead it 1-0 after one. And again, best 3 out of 5.
Yeah, the Sports Venue, definitely a friend of Garden City High School, friend of the city. You know, it's been nice having a relationship with them over there. Great people.
and close to the high school. So, yeah, Lori's got a great business over there. And we, again, we just can't thank them enough. You just see switch sides so no one gets an advantage based on sitting in front of her. The wind.
Go out.
You have well, in this case, we only have one scoreboard. Not really important for volleyball, but advantage one way or the other as you see some serious air guitar. See, that's why I played Foo Fighters.
She's drumming away.
So it's, you know, you've gone through this a million times. Garrett Simpson, now the athletic director here at Garden City High School. Very tough at the beginning of the season to get everything going, especially when a lot of sports start before school is even in.
Yeah, they all start practice that first or second week of August, and just about everybody has games before school starts. A lot of the freshmen don't hear, so you get kids coming out late. As an athletic director, you know, sometimes it's hard. You got to make sure everybody's got a physical and everything else is set.
Yeah, and with, you know, football starting 2 weeks before the school year even starts, that's really tough.
Yeah.
Here you see Zach King running one of the handheld cameras. The infamous Furby. Apparently he was dancing to the music until he found out that he was about to be exposed. So Chastity Terrell with the serve. For Garden City, they lead it 1-0. And the Libero with a nice shot, but a great play by Sierra Updike.
But she was under the net.
So 1-0 lead early for the Eagles, and Leland Ellis, the senior, the middle hitter for Thurston, back to serve.
Now, I saw earlier we had a shot of our JV coaches, Caleb Bone and Cassidy Squires, doing an awesome job.
And great to have former athletes from the school coaching.
Exactly. They know Coach Pace's system. They know what they need to teach and what to emphasize. And it's just good to have.
This is the junior Updike again, as you see Coach Pace. Nice serve by Updike. But also a nice play by Bunton. It's going to be tough and out of play. And we should mention there really is no out of play, I guess, except into the bleachers. You can pretty much play what you can reach, right?
For the most part. There are some specific rules once you get around the bench.
Okay.
You know, so if a coach or a player tries to, stop you from falling over and you play the ball, you're considered out of bounds.
Makes sense.
And that's a dead ball.
This has to be over. It is, but it's long.
Yeah, a little strong.
Updike's had a couple of shots today that have been a little bit long. And it's tougher, obviously, to kill from the middle row. So Freeman serving this time for the Eagles, and I don't know, our line judge did not rule.
No, the down ref called it in.
So this is one of the great faults in all of high school sports, is having JV kids be the line judges for the varsity.
Yes.
It's a lot of pressure for what could be a 14 or 15-year-old.
Yeah, and a lot of times they get into the rally.
Sure.
So they're not paying attention, or they get blocked. Their vision, they can't see it.
So ultimately, it's the official's decision.
Correct.
As Garden City trailing 5-1 now, early in this one as Freeman continues her serve.
And most of the time, unless it's
Green was just kind of in between. She wasn't quite sure if she should commit to it or not.
Yeah, she's got to get back to that back line and make sure that she knows it's going to be out or she needs to play it.
Quick shot over by Sanner.
All right, 24 is under the net.
And so the point will go to Garden City. And they trail it 6-2. Garden City and Thurston will play in football tomorrow here at Garden City High School.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting game. They're doing the military appreciation, special uniforms, and the band has some special things lined up. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, I believe they're bringing out a large flag for the field to use for the halftime ceremony, and we'll be recognizing the military, both vets and active, in attendance tomorrow as Smith serves into the net. Of course, by the time you see this, it'll be over. So we'll have highlights of that game on GCTV. Not a televised game, but we will cover some of the moments as Thurston serves that into the net.
And hopefully we get a W, a win, and adults can continue their celebration at the fall festival, the old St. Raphael's.
Oh, that's right. That's
St.
this
Thomas
weekend.
Festival.
St. Thomas of Becket.
No,
just
the Apostle.
St. Thomas the Apostle. I'm sorry. And I went to Catholic school, so now I'm in trouble.
Yeah, Thomas A. Beckett's there on Cherry Hill and like Lily.
Garden City down by 2. Again, the old St. Raphael's Festival.
Yeah.
So Garden City trailing by 3. Serve goes back to Thurston. And this is Jordan Turner.
Now my guess is she's going to serve, and once we side her out, she's going to get replaced by the libero.
And then she'll come back in when her position rotates to the front again.
Right.
So and Glasser to serve.
Yeah, that position pretty much is a defensive specialist, and she cannot come to the front row and touch the ball above the net. She can hit the ball from behind the 10-foot line, but most of the time that's one of your shorter girls, and they're not going to attack unless they have to.
So Wiesenberg with the kill for Thurston. The Eagles up by 3. Garden City needs to put together a rally. Try to tie this back up. And with a little dunk there, Skylar Ellington. And Thurston gaining some confidence. You can tell that they feel a little better about their play right now. Garden City, the ones playing on their heels a little.
Yeah, playing on our heels and just not passing well. You know, we've got to refocus and get that first pass so your setter can put a nice ball up there so that we can hit.
There's the set. And again with a block. I think it was Ellington, unless it was Wiesenberg, or not Wiesenberg, but Ellis. And Garden City will call timeout this time, down by 5, and John Pace obviously not happy with the way this one is going, and he wants to break Thurston's momentum at the very least.
Yep. When they get a run on that serve, you want to break them up and get them out of their routine. Refocus your girls and say, you know what? 11-6, you don't have or I should say you do have a lot of time still in the game.
There you see both players go to the net. It could have been actually both of them. Could have been Ellis and Ellington on that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, they did a real nice job of closing, and getting their hands together so there wasn't an opening.
Well, they're both fairly tall, and they both have great lateral movement.
Yep.
So Wiesenberg, the senior, will continue the serve with a 5-point lead against Garden City at Garden City.
Now let's see how that timeout pays off.
There's a little looper, and there's a little miscommunication between Sanner and Terrell.
Yeah, boy, I didn't think that one was going to get over the net.
And maybe they didn't either. Definitely a tweener. There's the setup. And going a little softer that time was Updike. Updike again, and she pounds it right into her own net, and she's very frustrated.
Yeah, right now she's feeling it. She's losing a little confidence. She needs a kill so that she can get back into the rhythm.
7-point lead for the Eagles. There she comes again. Goes to the middle. Oh, and the kill there for Freeman. And Green just couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, she caught her in a bad position. It was one of those ones that is kind of too high for her to bump, but not high enough for her to set it with her hands.
And again, if she doesn't play, there's a chance it goes out of bounds. Garden City finally comes up with a point there. But the position that Green was in, there's no way she's going to let that go.
Yeah, no.
So Garden City breaks the scoring run of the Eagles. And Alyssa Santa, the junior, back to serve for Garden City. And it looks like Wozniak in now for Garden City. And trying to go with a kill was Ellis. But she didn't get up enough.
No.
Tried to catch Garden City off guard, and it didn't work. As you saw Scott Gray, and then there's John Pace again. That's a deep one.
There you go. Nice.
And
nice
that's
play.
nice. That was Updike and Wozniak at the line. I was obscured, so I'm not sure which one of them, if not both of them, got it. That's a nice serve, but it's out. That was pretty much perfect. And had it been on this side of the line, it would have been an ace.
Yeah, and their 24, Zerial, did a real nice job of making sure her foot was on that line, so that there was no way that ball was going to catch her being in.
Ellington on the serve, but it's out of bounds. We have back-to-back wide serves. And Garden City within 5. And Cassidy Terrell now again to serve. Good play by Freeman. And that is out, I believe.
No.
No.
No, they called it. It was in.
All right.
That's another indecision, and you have to know where you're at.
So 6-point lead for the Eagles. Ellis. And this is live. And a 7-point lead now.
Yep, they got a block on that one.
Garden City in trouble now. And once again, between Terrell and Green, a miscommunication.
We used to call that a husband and wife ball. Because neither one wanted to make a decision.
Now, 8-point lead for the Eagles. And that is long.
Yeah, it gets it.
And there's another timeout for Garden City. I was about to ask you, when do you think he'll take that second timeout?
Yeah, you know, with the rally scoring, where you can get a point not serving, it's hard to come back when you're down 19-10.
Right.
Not saying that it can't be done.
When does scorekeeper start wearing reading glasses?
I'm not going to make any comments of that, because when she sees this, if I say something,
It's not going to be good for you at home?
No.
There you see.
She knows.
Rob's wife, Cindy, who's been helping at the table for basketball and volleyball. And
yeah, she likes to come and gives her a night out. And I tell you what.
Because you don't?
No, but I tell you what, she really enjoys sitting next to you And Kevin Kramer.
At basketball?
At basketball, volleyball. You know, and like me, she's been in athletics for over 30 years.
Well, we are Garden City people. She was married into it, but still. Kevin Kramus, who normally does the PA for volleyball, is outside doing PA for soccer, so we're kind of filling in the dead spots here.
Yeah, she really got the
nice play to try and keep it alive there was Wozniak.
She got the Garden City bug when she was hired to be our trainer back in, I think, 95, 96 was her first year as our trainer.
Ellis back to serve. Now the expression "it's a Garden City" thing is not.
That's very nice.
There's a beautiful play by Glasser. And even if Garden City doesn't win this set, they need a little momentum going into the next one because they have been flat for most of this. So Updike back to serve.
Yeah, and it's little things. It's not anything major that Coach Pace can't correct.
This has got to be over, and it is. What a nice play by Thurston to keep that alive.
She's got to send that ball deeper.
It's a tough play right here, and into the bench, and 21-11 Eagles.
Well, I tell you what, Thurston's getting big plays from Ellington and Turner.
Freeman now serving as John Pace is going to sub. So Morgan Bird will come in and Alyssa Sanner will sit down. And this is probably just a case where John Pace is thinking long term. As you see, that one is out. Pace thinking long term and that he wants to set her down and give her a rest.
That's good possibility.
Knowing you're going to have at least two more, since if Thurston wins this, we're tied at 1.
Well, and also it's a chance for her to sit down and kind of think about what she's doing.
Wrap her brain around it a little better.
Yeah.
And now Jolie Smith will come in and Wozniak will go out.
Well, I missed the call. Did you happen to see?
Well,
I thought that was our ball.
I thought it was our ball too, so I don't know what the violation was. I mean, we scored the point, so obviously it's a net or a double hit. And that one is long. No, it's not.
That's in.
Not much going right for Garden City right now. They trail 23-12. Now Thurston thought that one was in.
No, that one was definitely out.
So 23-13, Garden City with the ball. Glasser serving. That was a nice serve, but played well by the Eagles.
Oh,
this is
nice
alive.
play by Smith. Nice placement.
Found the hole was Terrell, and a great effort there by Freeman. But Garden City gets the point.
Yeah, that
a long way to go.
That was a great play.
Here you see the point. This is the just found that area on the floor. And Garden City now down 23-15.
Put your rally cap on.
There you
Here
go.
We come.
Did we? I thought it was 23-14, but so it is 23-14 now. This is live, and a good heads-up play by Bird. Most of the Thurston players committed to the left side of the court. She finds the open spot, dinks it over for the point. Garden City now trails by 8.
Yeah, those are the kind you love when you're hitting. Ball coming over right to you, wide open side
Half
of
the court is available.
Oh, yeah.
So Garden City now showing some signs of life.
Now it's important to keep that serve in. You don't want to give them that 24th point.
Another deep one. Bracy plays it. This is live.
Nice.
This has got to come over, and it does. Oh, and a miss hit there by Wiesenberg.
Yeah, that was a tweener set. It was too deep.
Garden City's pulled within 6, and Thurston's going to call a timeout. So Garden City showing signs of life. First time in this set that they've shown signs of life. So that's a good thing, even if it only makes them better in the next set.
Yep.
Don't forget, you can follow us at the City of Garden City, Michigan. That is the City of Garden City, Michigan on Facebook. Of course, not only do we have the post about city information, upcoming events, snow emergencies, and that, but also you can watch most of the programming that we do here on GCTV on Facebook. Of course, you can watch the city council meetings live on Facebook as well as on cable television. But follow us at City of Garden City, Michigan, City of Garden City, Michigan to follow. Ironically, the City of Garden City, Michigan.
That's a mouthful, Dan.
Yes, it is. Glasser with a nice ace there. And now you see Thurston losing a little bit of confidence as Wiesenberg and Bracy both expected the other one to make the play. Garden City down by 5. Glasser on a run. This is kept alive. Set up at the net.
All right, here's a free one.
From the middle row. Nice play. Long rally here. This has got to be over. It's deep, but she played it. And another great play by Green. Freeman playing well for Thurston. It's a tough play. This has to be over, and Green can't get it over. So Garden City's streak is broken. We get the set point, but a very nice run by the Cougars.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get that to roll over the top and fall. Not to be. It was a good rally.
So set point. Into the net. Garden City creeping back into it as Turner has trouble with the serve.
All right, at this point, you have to make sure your serve is in.
Obviously. McMillan to serve.
Doesn't have to be the toughest serve, just make sure it's in.
It's got to be over.
Good serve.
Bracy. Bracy into the net. This is live. You can play it off of your own side of the curtain. Into the net, point for Garden City. So the Cougars, it's still set point, but now Garden City 4 points from tying.
Within striking distance.
McMillan. Bracy, this one does not come over into the net. Oh my goodness.
Now we got a ball game.
Obviously, you still can't make any mistakes.
No. Thurston's going to call timeout. At this point, it's important, like I said earlier, you have to get that serve in. Keep the pressure on them. Keep the pressure on them and find out if they can handle it.
And if you're Scott Gray, you've got to remind your team you're just 1 point away from winning, so you don't need to play tight.
A good first, he's telling them, get that first. She can give them a nice pass, and you're going to see one of their taller girls, either Ellington or Ellis, is going to get the set.
McMillan to serve. Down by 3. That's over. That is live and out of bounds. And the set goes to the Eagles. So a great effort by Garden City to come back and try and come back in this one.
Yeah, that was a good comeback.
But again, more importantly, they had to get that flatness out of their system and start to play with a little more aggression now. We talked about our friends Kitty Corner one direction, which is sports venue. Kitty Corner the other direction is in corporate graphics, owned by Jim Neve, a Garden City grad and Garden City resident. His father owned Stadium Sports on Ford Road. His grandfather was a DPS supervisor for the city, and he has got some great stuff across the street. They handle a lot of the screen printing for Garden City High School and a lot of other organizations throughout Garden City. Check out their website, incorporategraphics.com, incorporategraphics.com.
I'll throw another one out there. They had what was called Olympia Sport, which was directly across from the high school.
And that was also Jim Neve.
That was also Jim Neve after he had Stadium.
Okay. But there's a Garden City legacy again. You talk about it's a Garden City thing. There's a Garden City legacy for you too.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to thank also. Look, there's softball shirts that maybe came from Incorporate. I don't know for sure if they did or not. So we want to thank everybody in the truck, including Kaylin Heaven, Zach, and Gibby. Christian Gibbons, our producer director this evening. But Kaylin Labine, our intern from the University of Michigan Dearborn, and Heaven, a intern who stayed around for a little while longer, who also works at
sports
venue. So there you go.
And also a Garden City High School grad.
That is correct, as is Zach Witt in the truck. Actually, 3 of the 4 in the truck are Garden City graduates. Yeah, Heaven Kale was, I think 2 semesters ago, she interned for us from U of M Dearborn, and now we just won't let her leave. And she went and picked up the pizza from sports venue. See, it's the circle of life, Rob.
Yeah.
You see, that's how it works.
The circle of life and the rubber band effect.
Yes, the Garden City
we
rubber band effect.
always come back.
That's right. You may think you've moved out, but no, we're not going to allow that.
It is a great place to live, though, you know.
It's a great place to call home, if that's what the sign said.
Yeah.
So we're tied at 1 set apiece. First one to 3 wins. Dan York along with Rob Phillips, OmniDition Sports, GC TV. Don't forget, if you're watching us on cable, your Comcast WOW or UVerse, you can watch our broadcast in full high def on YouTube. Go to GCTV HD. That's GCTV HD. Everybody's got a smart TV now, or the equivalent of that, and you can watch the games in full HD, or at least as close as we get to it.
Yeah, some of us have the smart TV, but we're not as smart as users.
So Thurston will start with the serve to begin set number 2. You see some of the crowd here at Garden City High School behind John Pace, the head coach of your Garden City Cougars. You know, last year Garden City's team was all academic in the AVCA organization and academic all-state in the MIVCA organization. So a very good team when it comes to the books last season, and John Pace says he expects this team to grade out just as well.
Yeah, that's, you know, historically, the volleyball team, and, you know, we get a few of these girls that are on the basketball team, always very good in the classroom.
There was a great serve by Ellis. It almost had a curveball effect to it, coming off of her fist.
Yeah, she gets that side swing. We had 2 hits on Thurston, so side out to Garden City.
So we're tied at 1. Garden City's requirements to play athletics, I think, we're a half a grade point higher. Is that former athletic director than what the state requires, or?
The state actually doesn't put a GPA on it. You have to pass 4 out of 6 classes.
All right. And here, Garden City, you have to have at least a 2?
A 2.0.
All right. So at least a C average to play sports. As Thurston leads 2-1.
And having passed 4 out of 6.
And having, okay, you've got to meet both requirements,
so,
obviously.
Yes. Nice pass. Look back.
A little deep, but that's nice. It's going to give Thurston trouble. That is a live ball. So what happens, you saw that the ball hit the basket that is pulled up. You can play a ball live off of the ceiling on your side as long as it's not the 3rd hit.
Correct.
If it's the 3rd hit, it cannot hit anything and go over. And even though this is a nice gym, we do have the baskets that set high. We also have the curtain in the middle that hangs a little bit lower than we'd like.
Yes.
This is going to go out of bounds and be a point for the Cougars.
Nice swing by Glasser.
So we do have a couple of obstacles here that you can hit, although that's pretty much every gym.
Yes.
Even when I do volleyball at Eastern, they can still hit the scoreboard. It's, you know, pretty close, right above the volleyball court. So we are tied at 3. Thurston with the serve, and Madeline Zerial, the senior, serves again. That's a nice dropping serve. Going for the kill, keeping it alive there is Terrell. Glasser into the net. I think she saw Ellington and Turner there at the net, and it's got to be intimidating.
Yep.
Knowing that you've got to get it over them,
well,
just to get a chance at a point.
And the fact that they've had some success blocking us.
Again, that drop serve, good job.
Nice pass
by Green. And there's a
nice
point for the Cougars. So Garden City ties it up again at 4.
Yeah, you see Glasser go up, and she turns her shoulders a little bit to cut that ball down the line instead of hitting it across. That's a nice play.
So this is Morgan Bird. Serves into the net. So Thurston goes back up by 1, 5-4, and Turner again to serve. Nice serve and an ace for Turner.
Yeah, that's one of those tough serves in between the girls. A little high, so you really can't let it go.
2-point lead for Thurston, and obviously right here you want to take that serve back as quick as you can, as this is in play but too far for Terrell to get to.
That was a good stuff.
John Pace going to call timeout right now, not let this get any farther along than it is.
Yeah, he does not want to let them get up by 8 or 9 points,
especially in your own gym.
Yeah.
Thurston came into the season 1-2 overall, 0-1 in the conference. Garden City had some tournament play under their belt. 2-8 based on matches coming into this. They went 0-3 at Battle Creek St. Philip's in a tournament, and then they went 1-5 at Wyandotte, and then their 1 win in conference, a 3-1 win over Clarenceville. So Garden City with a little more volleyball played so far in 2018.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see this team improve as the season progresses. It's a good group of girls. They work hard.
And a lot of juniors.
John and Bruce run great practices.
This needs to be over, and it is. And this one is played into the scoreboard, or into the scorer's table, and Ellington chased it down, but it was too far out of play for her to be able to do anything.
Yeah, and you could see our down official had to hurry up, get out of the way.
That is Hannah Hayes. Kevin Kashat is our up official tonight. They both work the JV, and this is live. Nope, I don't know if she stepped into the net or...
Yeah, he called her in the net.
So a 3-point lead for the Thurston Eagles.
No, it's always nice to look up in the stands and see a few of our students
Now our
supporting.
officials are having a conversation after we mentioned them. John Pace with a question. I guess he's questioning the last call of Garden City being in the net. That would be the obvious thing, I guess.
Yeah. And they've got rules in terms of what the coaches can do and where they can go. They can stand the whole time, but they have to be behind what's called the 10-foot line.
There's a nice dig, but will be out of the reach of Alyssa Sanner. Well, we've seen some odd things before, too, where kids are basically carrying the message from the coach to the official.
Right. You have a floor captain. That floor captain is the only one that can go talk to the up official.
And we've seen the wheels come off with that a couple of times where that should not have been, again, a young girl should not have been put in the position of trying to carry messages to a grown man.
Or a grown woman.
Or a grown woman, but, when the coach easily could have conveyed the message. And that's going to be a point for Garden City.
That could end up being a big point right there.
I mean, in all fairness, that was a lot of luck because that was a hit into the net. But you'd rather be lucky than good. And if you play it right every once in a while, it's going to crawl over. Watch this. It'll crawl over the net.
Yeah,
just crawled right over it.
She got enough topspin on it.
We're back to live action. Good effort by the Eagles.
Nice
and it was Ellington that went up for Thurston. I did not see who blocked for Garden City.
Updike. Updike got that one. She got those hands up there. Nice position.
Cougars within 2. McMillan. Updike plays it deep. And Updike with a block.
Beautiful block.
Ellis was there for the Eagles. But Updike stuffed it. And Fontana will sub in now for Thurston.
You start blocking like that, we used to say it's like hitting in a phone booth. There's no place to go. Absolutely no way that ball's going
down
over.
By 1. And that time right off the bench, Fontana with the play. 2 Cougars there, but unable to make the play.
Yeah, contacted ball just a little below the top of the net instead of hitting it on the apex of her jump.
And Fontana with another one of those knuckleball curveballs as Updike tried to play it into the open area, but she fell into the net. Garden City down by 2. Freeman, the junior. Nice. And a break for the Cougars as Ellis couldn't make the play. The better play was made on the kill attempt.
Yeah, Glasser's really gotten better in that 10-foot attack from the back row.
Fontana will check out and Freeman will come back in. This has got to be over for the Eagles. It is. Oh, and Terrell with a little trouble from the corner.
Yeah, she tried to finesse that one and put it up close down the net. Just didn't work out.
Cougars down by 3 now. This is Ellis. So the set for, I thought it was going to be the set for Updike. I think Updike thought it was too. And there Updike got tangled up with Sanner.
Yeah, I think Sanner had a chance at that ball, and one of those cardinal rules is don't reach back.
This has to be over. Nice play by the Eagles. This
nice
is still
play,
live.
Glasser.
And Updike with the shot over the net. This is live and out, and a point for Garden City. It's not always the great play that gets you the point, but it's the great play that keeps it alive so that you can get the point.
Yeah, that was some quick reflexes right there.
And a 13-10 lead for the Eagles. Terrell with the serve. Blocked at the net, but it carried the tape. It was Turner with the kill, and it just rolled along the net. Garden City can't afford to get any farther down than 4 points. Tapped over by Glasser. What a kill there by Turner.
The thing is, we can't let Turner get hot again. She got hot early in that second set, and it cost us.
Thurston knows how to play volleyball. Freeman to serve. Garden City back within 4 is the junior Caitlin Green back to serve. This has to come over. It does. Nice job there by Garden City. Glasser with the kill and the point.
Nice job.
So Glasser, who started out strong, struggled for a couple of moments, but there you see the kill.
Yeah, she really is right now our go-to girl. She's our strongest hitter.
And going up for the kill there is Turner. And the more confidence she gets, the more trouble she's going to be for Garden City.
Coach Pace questioning whether that was a double hit on the setter.
Zerial back to serve. Substitutions for the Eagles. They lead by 4. This is live. Glasser didn't get up enough.
No. And there's another bit of information that a lot of people don't realize, that on the first hard hit ball over the net, you can hit it twice. You can have a double hit.
Like we might have just seen there?
Yes.
But it's only on the shot over the net.
Correct.
And there's a point for the Cougars. They just can't seem to break this 4-point threshold. So Morgan Bird back to serve. That may be deep, but Bracey, did she touch it? Well, the down judge called it in.
That was a close one.
And if Bracey touched it, obviously it's, here you go, let's watch this again. I don't know if we'll, we didn't see what happened there, but. And this is going to result in an ace for Garden City. So now Garden City gets back within 2. Morgan Bird, the senior, with 2, and Thurston wisely calls timeout as Garden City starts to feel a little mull.
Yeah. You know, that ball that lands right close to that line judge is the toughest one to call. But what people don't understand is, you know, that ball being a sphere can shadow the line.
Sure.
So what you might think doesn't hit the line, the shadow of the ball is in.
The crowd making some noise as the boys soccer team has come over, so I assume They're done. I don't know, these bleachers are kind of old. I don't know if they can handle that. So 17-15, the Cougars trailing the Thurston Eagles. You see Garrett Simpson, the athletic director here at Garden City High School, working inside and outside tonight. And going up for the kill and getting it is Turner.
Yeah, we were a little late. We let Turner hit the ball down before we got our hands up there.
And we can't do much to combat her.
No.
Her height is just a lot to deal with as that serve is long. Garden City back within 2.
Yeah, she's tall and she jumps well. She's got a good arm swing.
So Glasser, who had a nice run in the last set, serving for the Cougars. She keeps it low towards the outside. This is live. This has got to be over. Nope, I guess not.
No, because that block doesn't count as a hit.
I believe that was McMillan with the spike. And Garden City now within 1. Glasser, nice low serve. Bracy has struggled to return Glasser's serve all night. Set up to the back and tough play. Glasser not expecting to have to be the one to play the last shot. Slightly out of position.
Yeah.
Cougars down by 2.
Not sure if that was a called play or whether that was,
yeah, I think he just got away from
what our setter needed to do.
And Wiesenberg is short. Back within a point.
All right, we get Updike back in the front row, so let's see if we can take this set.
And line violation, I assume, net violation for Thurston, and we are tied. So the first time since early in the second set, Garden City and Thurston are tied. It's been all Thurston since midway through that second set. 19-19, McMillan with the serve, and it's short.
That's a killer.
So 20-19. Fontana into serve. She's got that knuckle curve, whatever you want to call it. This is live, and tough break there. Sander couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, you get a good knuckler on that ball, and it's amazing how you can get that thing to move.
And timeout for Garden City. Yes, Garden City 4 points away from being down 2-1. They want to make sure they get control of this thing. Talked about it earlier. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. It's GCTV HD, GCTV HD, and virtually everything we do on GCTV you can see there. And again, full high def the way God meant it to be. Except I think God meant it to be 3x4, not 16x9, because people are 4x3, and I don't understand this, but you know, I'm old.
I'm right there with you, Dan. So.
Because all it does is when you watch the news, you see like the other news person's elbow, or you know, I don't need all that extra. People are vertical, not horizontal.
Yeah, give me the close up.
So Cougars down by 2.
All right, let's see if this timeout pays off.
That's a little miscommunication there. Garden City doesn't seem to be talking a lot on the floor. Nice block by Updike. This comes back over. It is live. Blocked. This is live and a point. What a great point for Thurston. What a great effort by Garden City.
I tell you what, we stayed in it. Nobody gave up. The ball was live, and we went after it.
22-19. Updike with the kill.
That's a nice.
Keeps Garden City alive.
Nice spike down the line.
Sanner. Sub in now for Thurston is Bunton. Bunton with the set. Deep. This is for. Nice play by Terrell. Oh no. Morgan Bird mistimed it. Garden City in trouble now, down 23-20.
Yeah, I'm sure John would rather see her turn her hips and pass that one to her setter, because it was far enough off the net that's a hard one.
And Ellis. John Pace questioning I don't know what. That's deep. Updike over. And into the net for Thurston. Another chance for Garden City.
Yeah, I'm not sure what John was questioning, because you're allowed to throw the ball up and let it drop, and then you get a reserve.
But I thought she stopped because someone stopped the play. Down by 2. Oh, and a great job again by Turner. Garden City there to block it.
Yeah,
but it was hit so hard by Turner.
Yeah, and that's where I talked earlier. You've got to get penetration over the net so that when you get a hand on it, that ball drops on their side.
Set point for Freeman. This has got to be over. Updike saves it. And it is out. And as you can tell by the celebration on the Thurston side, they did not expect to come into Garden City and take 2 sets.
Yeah, momentum's on their side and they're fired up.
So they lead it 2-1. And Garden City has got to get it together here in set number 4. All right, we'll take a quick break. The Cougars trail 2-1. You're watching OmniEdition Sports. This is GCTV.
Garden City Civic Arena is located at Garden City Park at the corner of Cherry Hill and Merriman. The Civic Arena offers programs for people of all ages and abilities. Kids and adults can learn to skate or play hockey through programs offered by the Garden City Figure Skating Club and Garden City Hockey Association. Glow skating on Saturday night is a great way to spend a fun evening with family and friends. The arena offers a wide assortment of skate rental, and the snack bar is available during all hours of operation and has all your favorites. The arena is home to the Garden City Men's Over 30 Hockey Association and also runs a Sunday men's league for adults 19 and up. The Garden City Figure Skating Club offers private lessons for boys and girls of all ages. Drop-in hockey, sticks and pucks, and open skating are offered weekly at the arena. The rink has a party room available for birthdays and special meetings. Call 734-793-1882 to book the room. For more information, visit gcicearena.com.
Truck here at Garden City High School. That is Christian Gibbons on the right, our producer director, and Zach Witt. Having Kale there on the left. She did wave. Good for her. Kaylin running graphics from behind. We want to thank them all. Everything we do on GCTV is put together by volunteers, and we are second to none in this area as far as producing content for social media and for cable and everything else. As you see, all of the championships that this team has won in the area of districts and league championships. Actually had a pretty good run of coaches on in this program.
Yeah. You go back to Tom Teeters and John Groves and Nikki Stubbs. Throw Sue Cyrus in there.
There you
Sue
go.
Cyrus Daniels. We even had Barry Patterson in the program there for a little while.
At
doing the JV.
The middle school or the JV?
No, he did the JV here.
All right.
One or 2 years.
I don't remember that. So Garden City down 2-1.
Must win.
This is a must-win game. The official confirming the players on the floor, match the players in the lineup. Garden City makes that defensive substitution right off the bat, bringing Green in. Terrell will serve. Here we go. Nice low serve, but it bounces back. Now we should point out that the ball can touch the net and go over.
Correct.
That is a rally score difference than
it's called a let serve.
As Ellis on the serve. Oh, that's a beautiful kill by Glasser. Nice job. Need more of those. And Updike back to serve. Definitely need more of those.
Yeah, we need to keep the momentum going. We need to put some points on the board.
And that's an ace. So a little miscommunication for Thurston between Bracy as we see the look at that. That was fun. Did we mention their volunteers? Updike to serve and right into the net. So the Cougars with the lead, 2-1. It's tied at 2. Check that. Freeman back to serve. Freeman to serve. And another ace for Glasser. As we are in set number 4. As they're making some corrections to the scoreboard here inside the gym. As we are in set number 4. And Bird to serve.
So I think they're making sure the score is correct.
So 3-3. Bird with a nice low serve. And played over quickly there by Sanner. Nice job. And into the net, one of the few mistakes that Jordan Turner has made all night.
You know, I don't know if that would have gone anyways. That they set that block nice. They were there.
So 4-3 lead for Garden City as Bird continues her serve. Turner with the set. Glasser. And that was long. Right near the line.
We almost got a touch out of that. She thought about it.
She certainly thought about it. And Zerial now, number 24, back to serve. She has quite a few points under her belt here tonight. Zerial. Glasser, wow, that was a great play.
Back to the corner.
And Bracy can't make 2 great plays in a row, but Bracy, what a great play to save the kill. And a 5-4 lead for the Cougars.
Yeah, great play on her part, and then smart play by Sander to send it right back deep into that same corner.
Glasser to serve. Right into the net.
Nothing gets to a coach more than those missed serves.
Oh, I bet.
Those are unforced errors.
Turner the junior right into the net.
Give it right back to us.
And Turner the junior will leave for Bracy. The libero. Did I say it right? No, libero.
Libero.
See it. McMillan. And Garden City. Sander with the dive to try to save it.
Another unforced error.
6-6. Wiesenberg, the outside and middle hitter. That's one of those let points and a beauty. Morgan Bird went in for it, and it just spun right off of her hand. Out of bounds. Garden City unable to handle it.
Yeah, you get that little change in the flight of the ball can really throw a defensive player, serve receiver out of whack.
Wiesenberg on the serve. Beautiful serve. Played over by Glasser. Bracy over to Green, and Green, her set just went out of control. Cougars down by 2.
Yeah, we're not making real good decisions right now. They need to start talking, communicating better.
That is a great play by Updike and another great play by the front line of Thurston. Updike tried to find the open real estate. Played over to this side, and Thurston has an answer for pretty much everything Garden City's throwing at him right now. That was almost a misplay.
Yeah.
Nice block
play
by Updike. Wow.
That's huge.
That's a big time play. Let's watch this again. Bam.
Yeah, you can see her. She's eyeing. She's got her eye on that ball where it's going. She times it perfectly. That's a great block.
Sander to serve, the junior. Alyssa.
All right.
We'll take it. They have been keying in on Bracy. She has a little trouble in that back row with serves. And Fontana will come in. And this is the first time that they've had Fontana come in to play the front, which surprises me because of her height.
Right.
She's come in to serve a couple of times. And then, well, she's going to the back row anyways. I didn't realize the rotation. But it seems like she'd be helpful up front.
Well,
that is live.
She actually is up front.
And into the net was Freeman.
So 24 is actually on the back row. As long as she's behind the person that's in front of her in the rotation, she's good.
And a misplay there by the Cougars. And going back to serve now is Fontana, who has had a pretty good night at the service line. Updike goes for the open space rather than the kill. And Fontana will come back out. Rather than go for the kill, she saw the open wood and just laid it down.
Yeah, I tell you what, she's been impressive so far up on the net.
Nice serve. Back to the server, Terrell. Bracy. Cougars keep it alive. Glasser with the serve and a kill rather, and it's out. Boy, she missed that just by a matter of inches.
Yeah, that was.
We're tied again at 10.
A little more topspin, get that ball to dip.
Bracy will come out and Ellis will serve. Green. Glasser will have to play that from the middle. This one might be long. It is. You could tell where they wanted to get it to Jordan there, and the setup was just too hard.
Yep, and then you could see a nice play by Green. She followed the ball right to the line. She knew exactly where she was and where the ball was going to land.
Updike with a beautiful serve again. Here's Jordan. That was right at the net, kept alive.
Nice play, Sander.
Sander with the setup. Glasser tries to get the kill. And a double hit on the Eagles, and Garden City now with a 2-point lead. Just what the doctor ordered right now.
Yep, you can see they're gaining in some confidence.
This is for Jordan. And she got the height, but she brought it too far down. She followed through too hard.
Yeah, she kind of misjudged where the ball was, I think.
And Thurston will call a timeout now is Scott Gray, who would rather go home after this one. Slows down the momentum of Garden City.
Yeah, you could really see the shift in the confidence level. Garden City's got confidence, and Thurston just is kind of hesitant.
There you see Garden City's upcoming games. They'll be on the road at Romulus. That is a conference game. And then have Redford Union here at home they're coming on September 20th. Then on the weekend of September 22nd, it's the Mount Morris Invitational that's towards Flint, I believe. Robichaud, Crestwood, those are conference games on the road. Come home for a conference game against Annapolis. And then they'll play, we labeled it as a micro tournament, but it is basically based on the seed of the Western Wayne Athletic Conference that weekend. Okay. Those games coming up on the 11th, 16th, and 18th.
That's something new.
Yeah, it's the crossover without the crossover, basically. It's if you still had two divisions, it would be a crossover, but instead it's being seeded based on the standings in the Western Wayne Athletic Conference at the time, and a point for Garden City, up by 4 now.
Yeah, Thurston looks like they're trying to pressure, trying to push the issue, and they're making mistakes.
So that serve goes out of bounds. Thurston will get the serve back and the point. They trail by 3 now. It's Garden City playing with a lot more confidence.
Yeah, you talk about some of those tournaments, that Mount Morris tournament, and even the St. Philip tournament early on are two of the best tournaments in the state.
And there's the kill for Megan Glasser.
Coach Pace never shies around from playing good teams, because when we get to district and you look at the Churchills, and even Wayne's been okay, and Franklin, Glenn's had a couple good seasons. You know, our district is not a piece of cake.
This is live, and it came back over, and it'll be long, so what a break for Garden City.
That's 3 swings in a row that Turner has mishit.
And when I saw that lob going up for Turner, I thought, well, that's the last place you want that. Yep. And she just, she overextended on it. And all the momentum now with Garden City. Thurston not talking to each other as much as they were before.
No, they're on their heels.
And Thurston will call their last time out.
Yeah. They just are playing with no confidence right now, and Garden City's got all the confidence, all the momentum.
Well, and on paper, this is a match Garden City should win.
Yes.
But obviously, you know, you get a little momentum like that. These kids are well coached, you can tell that. They know how to play volleyball.
Yep.
Very often you'll end up with a team that you play that doesn't even know how to play volleyball, but Thurston knows how to play, and that's what's keeping them in this right now. (17-11), Garden City on top. Thurston still on the sideline as they have about 9 seconds remaining in this timeout. Nice to see a decent crowd here tonight for volleyball.
Yeah.
We used to get some really great crowds at the old gym.
Oh.
And that was quite a advantage to the home team back when Teeters was coaching.
It was. That's deep.
That is deep again, and that is 4 or 5 in a row where Turner has lost the point for the Eagles.
Now let's see if he doesn't sub her out.
That's a nice location for that, and out of bounds.
Another shank pass.
Garden City with 8 unanswered points. They lead it 19-11.
Not to take anything away from our girls, but Thurston's helping us out.
They certainly are. And subbing in now is Tiarina, as Coach Gray trying to just get some fresh legs on the court right now and saving his girls for the next set. As Freeman will come out. Well, there's a point for Turner. (19-12) Garden City on top. Sub coming back in. This is Fontana again. Fontana will play up front. That's a nice serve by Zerial.
Well,
Glasser from the middle.
Nice pass by Green.
Green again. She has to play it over. Green again. Smacked across there by Sanner. Nice job now. Garden City being right at the net. And that one is long for Glasser. But now you see Garden City at the net, going up in unison every time there's a possible play at the net.
Yep.
So a lot more spring in Garden City's step as Zerial serves. Green with the dig. Soft touch there by McMillan. Good job to keep it alive by Trenton or Thurston. And a nice job by Terrell on the dive. Bird was there for Garden City but couldn't make the play.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where I think we thought the ball was going to go down on their side, and we kind of let up and got caught on our heels.
Zerial with 3 unanswered points serving, and that is going to go out of bounds. That's 4 unanswered points, and now Thurston pulls within 4.
Yeah.
Garden City needs to just put this away. They need to get that killer instinct back.
Yep, we got to stop this mini run. Get the serve back.
And there's a break for the Cougars. McMillan played it into 2 hands into Fontana and Turner.
Yep, that was one of the ones they didn't get their block together, and she put it right between the 2 of them. Nice job.
And Bird will go out. And Jolie Smith will come in. And Glasser will serve.
Oh, nice play.
This is live, and it still got over. Didn't come over. Wow. Sanner needed to hit it a little bit harder. Cougars up by 4, 20-16.
Exciting play, but very sloppy.
Turner back to serve. She has struggled from the serving position. And that one was in, wasn't it?
It was out.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Her issues continue.
Oh, goodness gracious. I thought that was in. McMillan. Short. We give it right back. Wiesenberg. No, neither coach is going to be happy with this period of play.
No.
Freeman in.
Way too many mental mistakes.
It's fun to watch, but not if you're the coach. Wiesenberg into the net. 22-17. Garden City up by 4. They need to get to 25 for set number 4 to win set number 2.
Well, and again, you get the rally scoring, and you can serve out, they can serve out, we can serve out, they can serve out, and the game's over.
Slick spot on the floor that our official taking care of. Very humid tonight. Garden City, the last school in the planet that doesn't have air conditioning. So it's quite warm in this gym.
We've got tough kids.
Yeah, there better be. Sander with the serve. This is going to go into the net. Point, Garden City. Wiesenberg from the back row couldn't get enough lift. 23-17. Sander deep. Over. From the other side. Live ball. Oh my!
Tried to place it instead of hitting it.
Just didn't get over. Garden City up by 5. Fontana back to serve. Fontana with that knuckle curve.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful!
Nice quick.
Was that Sander?
Sander with the set to Updike.
So set point.
So we call that
Terrell.
a quick set.
And bam, like a quick pitch.
Yeah.
Set point right here. Green with the dig.
Yeah,
That's going to be out of bounds, and Garden City's point. And the Cougars come back and win set number 4, 25-18. And it goes to set number 5.
Well, that's definitely to our advantage.
Now, if you had asked me going into this, if we thought this was going to go 5, I would have bet against it. We will take a quick break. When we come back, we will have set number 5, the match game of this competition here today, the Cougars and the Eagles. You're watching Omnidition Sports. This is GCTV.
That's why we're in more communities than just Garden City.
Here comes the runner to the plate. And the ball is loose and she's saved.
Shot off the post. Another shot. That one's in. Comes to pass. Tosses it up in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Garden City.
Through traffic. Vera Burgos for 3. Drains it.
My hat goes off to you for doing your job and doing it well so that we can benefit from those jobs.
Wow.
Here on Omnidition Sports GCTV, far more competitive than we thought tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's been an exciting match so far. You know, we came out strong that first one. We gave a couple, came back. one for the money.
And a lot of credit goes to Scott Gray and his troops coming in here tonight on the road. They haven't played a lot of matches this year, and to come in here and play so competitively and now giving themselves a chance to win, that's a pretty good deal for them.
Yeah, he definitely had his girls ready to play.
Absolutely.
You know, they came up. He's got a couple girls, you know, Ellington, Ellis,
and Jordan
Turner.
Yep.
All ready to play, playing really well up at the net.
So Garden City is going to have to keep on their toes now, and come at them, because
yeah, I don't want to give them all the credit, because I tell you what, Updike, Glasser, you know, Bird, Turl been playing well.
No, Garden City's had some girls play well. They just had a really bad spell there in the middle, where they really communicated poorly, and just got caught on their heels.
Yeah, it's you know, I don't want to say you're playing down to your competition, because Thurston's a decent team. There's, you know, I don't want to take anything away from them, but we have not played our best tonight.
No, and early on, you really don't know what you have.
Right.
You know, it's early in the season, and honestly, you just don't know what you have until you start to play. You know, even if you think you've got a great team.
Yeah.
So Garden City and Thurston tied at 2 apiece. And this is a net call against Garden City.
On 10.
I assume it is, because she was the farthest forward, but she doesn't think so, obviously. But nobody ever thinks they were, right?
That's right. Nobody ever speeds either.
Not me.
No.
Ellis back to serve. And having a little problem on the same spot on the floor. So, not sure why. It's not like it's on top of ice like at Little Caesars Arena, so just.
But we do get a lot of humidity in this.
Yes,
in
we
this
do.
Gym.
Did we mention there's no air? There's the serve. Nice job by Green. Played over quickly by Sanner. And out of bounds, and Garden City gets on the board.
And that's a case where girls just need to get out of Turner's way.
Sierra Updike to serve. A beautiful serve. Bracy comes right over. And a beautiful play by Morgan Bird.
That's a nice spot.
If Garden City can continue to play that smart the entire set, they'll be in good shape.
Yep, you don't always have to hit the ball hard.
Bracy should just assume she's going to get the ball on a serve from Updike, and Turner again with a miss hit.
Yeah, you could just look at the way she's standing. She just has no confidence right now.
She's a junior, so she's going to get better, but she's pretty good now.
Yeah. Yeah, she is really going to be formidable next year.
Ooh, I like that word.
It's that good education I got.
At Garden City High School.
Garden City East High School.
Freeman back to serve. You graduated from here, though. You want Art start that whole thing up? Because I don't mind. Glasser with the kill.
It was East when I was here.
That's
and
right.
I graduated, so.
Bracy. Nice play!
Nice, smart play.
One more Morgan Bird play. Garden City up 4-2. Well, just the fact that when we show the corporate ad, it has East and West apparel. If you're not from Garden City, that should tell you everything you need to know. The school's closed in '82.
Yeah, but you know, it was a great rivalry. You know, especially because the sports, both sides, the GCYA was so big, so you knew. You played against guys from the other side of town. Sometimes you were teammates, sometimes you weren't. And so it was a great friendly rivalry.
Thurston calls timeout, the friendly, after the ace by Morgan Bird. It's a lot of rock stealing that went on.
Yeah. And we won't talk about the football record.
Fort West?
Yeah.
No, we won't. Yes, and now we talk about something from this decade. Instagram, you can follow the City of Garden City at City of Garden City MI. That is at City of Garden City MI for Instagram of the City of Garden City. So,
do you have an Instagram account?
That one right there.
One that the young guys, that your kids
see when
running the show.
When you look in my phone, that's my Instagram account. Just the pictures. You're lucky I'm not carrying around Polaroids.
Well.
But at City of Garden City MI, check it out. Fairly new Instagram for the City of Garden City.
I'm lucky not to have a flip phone still.
See, there's even a Snapchat we have. That's just for the crew, though. So 5-3 as Thurston picks up the point. This is the only way we can communicate with the interns.
Yeah, you've got the benefit of having those young people around you. You have to be up on that stuff.
That's right. Zuriel with the ace. Green just couldn't get enough on it.
I'm old school. I can do Facebook. I have a Twitter, but I really don't use it.
I have a Twitter just to follow other people.
Yeah.
I've never posted in my life. This one will go out of bounds.
MySpace.
The truck just asked, by the way, if we still have MySpace accounts.
I was never into MySpace either, so.
24 back to serve. That is Zuriel. I had a MySpace account. I probably still have one. I don't know. Do they still exist? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Glasser goes in for the kill, but it's a little low. And now Thurston has taken a 1-point lead.
That's 4 straight unforced errors that we need to stop.
So Zuriel back to serve. Oh, and just a unfortunate play there where Bird went to dig it, and it rolled up her arm and got her in the face. And a 2-point lead now. Bird will come out. She played really well at the beginning of this set, and she's had some just bad luck now.
Yep.
Smith will come in.
Just a lack of focus.
And Pace gets her back to the side so he can coach her a little bit.
Yep.
She's going to be right back out there. And that's a live ball. Wow.
Oh, I thought that was a lift.
I thought so too, and Thurston's going to get the point. That's an unfortunate point because I agree with you. There was a lift on Thurston that they got away with. And this late now as Garden City calls timeout, you hope the officials see stuff like that. So 8-5, Thurston on top. See, allegedly we have a Twitter account too for the City of Garden City. At Garden City MI, it's at Garden City MI. Follow us on Twitter.
So you can tweet with our president.
All right, we're going to leave that one alone. Will he tweet back?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. Will he tweet? I don't know if you tweet him. Does he tweet you back? I have no idea.
But we know he likes to tweet.
We do. Likes his little Twitter box. So 8-5. Eagles on top. By the way, don't change that shot yet, Gibby. There is volleyball in 2018. 2 kids against the wall with their phones plugged into the charger. Anyways, Zuriel with the serve and another ace from Madeline. And a 4-point lead for Thurston.
You know, and they have not done anything special. And we have given them this lead, and we've let them back in.
Honestly, that's been the key here tonight for both teams. That there's been so many unforced errors in this evening. Bracy comes right back, but out of bounds, and a break for Garden City. As McMillan with the shot. That Bracy, it just hit her so hard, it went right back out of bounds.
All right, we got probably our best server back there.
Glasser serving, Bracy with the return. Set up. Nope, played right to Bracy. Just keeping it out of that.
Double hit.
Just trying to keep the ball out of the front row of Thurston, and the Cougars are within 2. Glasser has had some nice runs serving tonight.
Yeah, I hate to jinx her, but she is so consistent. That was a double hit.
And that's the call.
Yeah, you could see that ball came out of her hands with a side spin. That's an easy call.
And Glasser, the senior, can tie it up here. They tried to give it to Bracy.
Yeah, Fontana stepped, or what, that was Fontana?
It's Fontana, yeah.
Stepped right in front of it. Oh, nice placement.
And right into the middle by Terrell.
All right.
Tie game, 9-9.
And once again, it's Glasser back there serving.
So 4 unanswered points for the Cougars. And again, just a little problem with the floor on that side. I want to check the plumbing. And probably a problem on this side too. Just for the record, it's not raining out. So it's not the roof leaking, it's just so humid.
And we don't have a pipe burst.
Not yet. It's still early though. Glasser with the serve. Turner goes for the kill. Garden City tries to keep it alive. And Turner with the point. That's going to make her feel better as she comes out. Ellis will check in for her and Bracy will serve because Turner's had a little bit of bad luck.
All right, we need a side out. We need to get Updike back in the game on the front.
Bracy with one of those looping serves, and Terrell puts it away as Ellis and Fontana met it at the net.
There we go.
Updike back to the front. And Mariah Parker will come in, I believe, for the first time today. And if she has subbed in before, I missed it, and she's going to come in to serve.
No, I think this is her first appearance.
So Mariah Parker will serve for the Cougars right off the net.
Nice.
Goes deep into that back row.
Nice serve.
Oh, that got hung up on Updike, and she actually hit it backwards.
Yeah.
It rolled up over her hands, and the momentum of her hands carried it backwards. So Parker will come back out. Terrell will come back in with a towel. Very warm on the court for these young ladies. Wiesenberg. Check that. This is Zuriel. No, it was Wiesenberg. From the back, Glasser. She gets it back. This is for Updike. Nope, this will go to Terrell, and Terrell long. 13-10. No, what's the call? I don't know what it is. I'll be honest with you. Scott Gray doesn't know what it is.
In the net, I think. I think it was a net call.
Wow. That's unfortunate because the play was nowhere near the net. Great for Garden City. We'll take it. Bracy plays it over. Set up for Updike. Updike with a little soft shot. Oh, miscommunication there. Green tries to keep it alive.
Yep, somebody's got to call that.
Fontana will go back to serve, and I assume it's Garden City calling timeout, but I didn't see. So there you see John Pace, his team down by 1, very animated in the huddle.
Yeah, that was Garden City's timeout because that was they both used 1.
So a great night of volleyball here at Garden City High School.
It's been exciting.
A lot of timeouts have been used.
Well,
nobody's left any on the table.
It's a game of momentum, and you have to use those timeouts strategically to stop it.
The Garden City has called 2, and Thurston has called.
No, it's 1 and 1, I thought.
Well, your wife just signaled 2 and 1, so that's what I was wondering.
Oh.
Now, when we got down early, John called one early, very early on.
Oh yeah,
we got down
like 4 to 1.
Yep. The Garden City with none left. Montana with the serve. And right into the net is Jolie Smith. Fans on both sides very animated. That one is into the back row, but handled.
A little confusion there on the Thurston side.
Nice play there. Bracey handles it. Nice block by Updike, and that's played into the net. Updike made that play happen.
You know, we've got to get that pass to our setter, and we've got to go with Updike. She's our strongest front row player.
So Fontana out. Cassidy Terrell with the serve.
Nice.
And Updike again with the block. And we are tied. Updike strong on the last two plays.
Yeah, that's showing some patience, because a lot of times you'll see that and the blocker will go up too early.
So Morgan Bird will come back in for Garden City.
All right, good safe serve.
Blocked at the net, but kept alive by Sanner. Glasser tries to find the open real estate and does. Great effort there by Bunton. But she couldn't do anything with it, and the Cougars are up by 1.
And Thurston's calling timeout.
So Thurston calls their last timeout as Garden City gets a 1-point lead. I believe this is the play that Bunton tried to save. There you see a great effort. (14-13), Garden City on top. Lots of pressure here on both teams. (14-13), Garden City on top. Terrell with the serve. Blocked at the net by Garden City.
And that's the set.
And they only go to 15 in the final set, and Garden City comes away with a 15-13 win. They win it 3-2. What a great effort by both teams.
That was definitely a hard-fought victory.
The Cougars struggled at times, but found enough that got out a win here at Garden City High School. So Garden City improves to 2-0 in the conference and 3-8 overall. Thurston falls to 0-2 in the conference and 1-3 overall. Garden City with a lot of conference play to come now.
Yeah, he's got work to do tomorrow and the rest of the week before the next play. So he's going to work on some things and talk to the girls about not making any mental mistakes and keeping their head in the game. And on the opposite side, Coach Gray's got to be really proud of his girls.
Got to be thrilled. Came in and made a great effort here tonight. All right, that is going to wrap it up from here at Garden City High School. For our entire crew and for Rob Phillips, this is Dan York saying so long. Again, Garden City beats Thurston 3-2 here tonight. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.